You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we're going to take a look at the absurd amount of actual records Caitlin Clark has broken since she's joined the WNBA, and it's pretty jaw-dropping. And in fact, somebody put together a comparison between those records and the ones Angel Reese has broken. And, well, let's just say it's sort of embarrassing that these two were even compared and contrasted for the Rookie of the Year. It's baffling. And it also shows you, I think, Caitlin Clark ought to have much more consideration for the MVP of the league. Seriously, after I saw these records, I was like, wow. But before we jump into that, we're going to look at a little hate that was put out there prior to the season. Sheryl Swoopes, yet again, laughing at Caitlin Clark, and her ex-teammate Cynthia Cooper has come out in an interview with Mark Jackson on his show, and I've got to tell you, she body bagged Sheryl Swoopes, seriously, and all of these WNBA players, these veterans that can't stand Caitlin Clark, she makes them all look like fools. Seriously. And it's a real indictment of the lack of professionalness from these ex and current players. So, Barstool put this up. Caitlin Clark is having the last laugh here. Dejanay Carrington posted this prior to the season on 4/7/24. Caitlin might lead the league in assists this year. And Alyssa Thomas says, don't play with me. Dejanay, don't play with me. And Sheryl Swoopes laughed at this. She thought it was funny. Well, it was so funny that Caitlin Clark is currently beating the dog mess. I'm trying to clean this up a little bit. Dog shiznit out of Alyssa Thomas right now. We know she leads the WNBA in assists, and Dejanay, believe it or not, she got this right. Pretty close to being right here. She actually called it. But this just tells you the pre-jealousy that was loaded into this whole thing to begin with. And it's one reason I think you're seeing why in the hell nobody watched this league. Seriously. I mean, these players are out of control. Sheryl Swoopes, she had predetermined she was going to hate Caitlin Clark coming in. She had that worked out. Yeah, Sheryl is the biggest CC hater. I mean, yeah, reminder, she's a rookie. She's a rookie, folks. I mean, honestly, you look like fools. I mean, at some point this season, Caitlin Clark's made a fool out of all three of these people, but you get my point. Speaking of Sheryl Swoopes, let's go over to her teammate, the very teammate that carried her to WNBA championships, because she was teammates with Cynthia Cooper. And, man, Cooper is on here dropping some truth bombs about how the league should really be approaching and embracing Caitlin Clark right now. We know Cynthia Cooper, she's unapologetic. She's been a Caitlin Clark supporter. But she really lets go on how this should be viewed and how this should be embraced by these players. And we'll get to those records in a minute because it's ridiculous. It's crazy.
Brought that noise. And the fact that she can knock down the NBA three-pointer, especially back then, and still get to the rim when you play up on her, like she was cat quick. She just really brought the complete package.
Yeah. Well, you said she brought the noise, and I'd be remiss not to mention lately getting involved in some controversy. How important, and there's no doubt about the greatness of Sheryl Swoopes and her impact on basketball, not just women's basketball, but basketball in general. But how important it is for the older legends to embrace what's going on today.
Extremely important. It's so incredibly important. We have to bridge that gap between what's going on today and what we experience. And it will help the younger generation to know our experiences so that they don't make the same mistakes and we continue to soar and grow as a league. Let me tell y'all something. I just came from the Dallas Fever game, and Enrique is the truth. Okay? Caitlin Clark, 28-12, winning on the road with Kelsey Mitchell, the absolute truth. I'm sitting there like, oh my God. But she's so crafty. This is what people don't know about Caitlin. She's not just a three-point shooter. She's a great passer, not a mediocre passer, not so-so. She is a great passer, but also she's crafty. I saw her get the ball, lay it up on the back door cut, like they waiting for her to pop out to the three-point line. Boom, she slips back door, gets that bucket. Like, she is crafty, and she's just a rookie.
She's putting together a toolbox right now. In case you haven't noticed, she added the layup, the floater, and now she's got that little inside the three-point line, about 2.5 foot. Boom, pull up, Jay. She's putting the toolbox together. She's putting the tools together, and she's a rookie. But the most important part of what Cynthia Cooper is saying is, what are y'all doing? You got to embrace this girl. She's the face of the league, and she should be the person that is being embraced by these veterans. She's making them a lot of money. She's going to make them a lot of money, and they're treating her like trash. It's absurd. I mean, it's embarrassing. And a lot of people, I'm going to tell you, there are people talking about not watching this league anymore because of how she's being treated. Very quickly, third straight Eastern Conference Player of the Week award. 3 in a row here, folks, okay? She averaged 25, 10, and 7.7. Notched her second career triple-double and set a record for most three-pointers made in a season in franchise history and set a franchise record for most double-doubles in a season. By the way, I saw a percentage, a layup percentage, I think it was, highest field goal percentages, and she was among the league leaders. She was the only guard there, by the way. A list that had Asia Wilson, Brittany Griner. We're talking about tall players. And Caitlin's 6 foot. By the way, Angel Reese, people were clowning because they were like, where the hell's Angel Reese? She's not involved. She's down at like 38%. She's last in the league. So this is absurd, folks. And you might be like, what the hell is this list, Rhodes? This is the records that Caitlin Clark has broken this year. Either rookie records or actual WNBA records, period. It's nuts. It's absurd. Most assists in a single season, Indiana Fever history. Most assists in a single game, WNBA history in a single, that was 19. Most assists by a rookie in a single game, WNBA history, 19. Most assists in a single game, Indiana Fever history, 19. I mean, it's ridiculous. Oh, WNBA All-Star rookie record assist. This is her records. All of them that she has put together right here. This is absurd, folks. Absolutely absurd. First player in WNBA history to have a season recording 500-plus points, 250 assists, 75 three-pointers made. It is wild. First player in WNBA history to have multiple career games with 25-plus, 10 assists, and 5 three-pointers made. I mean, that's crazy. By the way, a little contrast. This is what Angel Reese has done. And it's all basically surrounding just rebounds. But you see the list, and she does have a list. That list is short. I mean, that list is short compared to the fact that I had to click show more and then look at that. Guys, that's nuts at this point. That's absolutely absurd. I wanted to show that. I was like, are you shitting me? How many records are on there? I might count it off so I can put it on the thumbnail, but there's a lot there. A whole lot. Wow. Cynthia Cooper. Teaching these WNBA players a lesson they won't learn. They won't learn. Sheryl Swoopes, old hating ass. That's her ex-teammate. She won't learn. At all. I think she may not learn to the point of actually losing her gig. Either as a broadcaster and her podcast or whatever. I don't know that for a fact. But again, I've said if I'm the commissioner, I'm having a talk with her about why she won't be positive at all about the face of the WNBA. By the way, people are starting to push for Caitlin Clark to be the new logo. That's a thing that's actually gaining steam. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.